you're doing.
Exactly. That's what I said.
I knew I was right. Every time I feel that intuition of I'm right. I don't even have to see that. That's what I'm saying. What have I done to you for you to be
Because the sure is
because you're not practicing.
Do you need to move it?
After years of drama, betrayals, and never-ending cycles of hope and disappointment, Rashida had finally reached her breaking point. She stood in her living room, arms crossed and heart thumping, prepared to take a stand. The atmosphere was brimming with unresolved emotions, and the air was heavy with tension. The guy who had supported her through thick and thin, Kirk Frost, now appeared to her more strange than ever. "Enough is enough, Kirk. I'm over the games and the lies," Rashida said in a steady but intense voice that had the potential to burn the room down. The moment lingered in the atmosphere like a storm cloud that was about to blow. The intensity of her words caught Kirk off guard, and he shifted uneasily while attempting to keep his cool. "Baby, let's talk about this," he said, his voice faltering, and he ran a hand through his hair, a gesture that usually made her heart melt. But this time Rashida was resolute. Her patience was worn thin from years of trying to mend what was broken, and she shot back her eyes, narrowing each word, each syllable, and the echo of their mutual betrayal had festered. Kirk tried to play on her feelings by bringing up their years of marriage and their shared past. "We have a family, Rashida. You can't just throw that away," she said, but she was done with the emotional blackmail. "You think a family thrives on deceit," she retorted. The fire in her eyes was evident, and for once Kirk appeared little and unassuming. "I've been more than patient, and I've given you chance after chance. What have you done, though? You've taken my trust and trampled on it." There was a hint of fragile desperation in his voice. Rashida responded, her heart pounding, that the weight of their turbulent relationship had become a burden she was no longer willing to bear. She felt free, empowered, and ready to take back her life. "I can change. Just give me another chance," she said. Rashida was no longer the type of woman who would readily forgive and forget. She had fought too hard for her own self-worth, and she wasn't about to let him drag her back down.
What you mean? What's up?
What do you mean what I mean? How do you get around Mama D? Y'all knew
That's
that.
none of your business.
You know her reputation with young
I
women.
don't know, and I don't
be a matter, okay? So I'm just asking, what's the relationship?
Kirk became irate and said, "You're going to regret this. You're making a big mistake." He retaliated angrily, but Rashida merely grinned and lifted the corners of her mouth in defiance. "I doubt it," she murmured, feeling relieved. With every syllable, she experienced an adrenaline rush, letting go of the toxic energy he had introduced into her life. She walked toward the door, her heart racing, feeling like a warrior prepared to face the world. "You want to kick me out? I'll show you what you'll be missing," he said. She watched him scurrying to get his things, knowing that the guy in front of her was not the partner she had previously loved, and it just strengthened her resolve. However, as he stuffed things into a duffel bag, a shadow of the man she had imagined he would be appeared. The truth of their predicament set in, and the love they had previously had seemed like a faraway memory eclipsed by the betrayal and lies that had become their daily existence. In order to make place for hope and new beginnings, Rashida felt the burden of the years leaving her. So she decided to leave Kirk. She stated in a steady voice, "I deserve better than this." With one more slam of the door, Kirk was gone, and Rashida stood in the silence that followed, her pulse pounding, but this time from exhilaration rather than fear, as she pointed to the door and said, "I'm reclaiming my space, my life, and I'm not looking back." Fear she inhaled deeply, her veins pulsing with a fresh sense of empowerment. She was left with the thrilling prospect of freedom and self-discovery outside as the echoes of their turbulent relationship subsided. Kirk felt the burden of his decisions pressing down on him. He had lost not just a roof over his head, but also the lady who had supported him through good times and bad. The stakes had shifted, and he knew he couldn't simply return. Rashida was a formidable opponent, and he was about to discover the hard way that the scene is set for a fierce showdown, and everyone is watching to see if Kirk can rise to the occasion or if the drama between Kirk and Frost will descend into even greater disarray. And Rashida is going crazy right now, sis. She is finished and prepared to move on after years of Kirk's deception and cheating. According to Rasheeda, Kirk is a serial cheater and a master at deception, to the point where she doesn't even want her children around him anymore. This isn't love, and the hip-hop plotline makes it clear that she is done with the nonsense. Let's not forget Kirk's history of lying. When Jasmine spilled the tea to Carrie read about having a son with Kirk, and Kirk had the audacity to lie to Jasmine in front of him, acting as though he didn't even know who she was.
He called me, but I didn't answer the phone because I said, you know what, man, up. You want to talk to me? Come and talk to me face to face.
Paul knew that Carly would inform Rasheeda about the entire disaster, so he attempted to change the script by persuading her that it was all a prank.
But you haven't signed anything and he hasn't signed anything.
No.
Is that because you guys still trying to work it out, or does it just make more sense for you guys to just be separate?
Well, the thing is, we've sat and had a conversation about trying to maybe not do it through attorneys and see if we can come to some type of agreement, that way. And at the same time, I also feel like, and it's not even the point of just trying to work it out, but I'm also like, I'm at a place where I'm like, okay, I pretty much kind of got the information, and am I ready to serve him with these papers? This is the first time something like this has happened in our marriage, and I'm feeling like, okay, is the answer immediately, although it's all the crazy stuff that's happened, is the answer immediately divorce, step into this place, or is it let's try to figure out if we're going to just separate and try to work out percentages, things like to that nature. So that's kind of where it is right now. Just maybe considering not having to do an actual divorce, but just at this moment, but just figuring out what we want to do and see if we want to go ahead and take it to the divorce line later, or that may not be the case. As of right now, who's to say? My main concern ain't even just the fact of filing the divorce. It's just about trying to, stay focused, not overstress myself, and get ready for this baby, whether he's a part of the situation or not.
When Rasheeda read through the jumbled text messages between Kirk and Jasmine, he stood there denying everything he sent to Jasmine, and Rasheeda had the evidence in front of her. "Kirk, come on, how big of a liar can you be?" Rasheeda said, "Jasmine," but Carrie came through with all the receipts exposing Kirk and Jasmine's relationship. The news that Rasheeda is reportedly divorcing Kirk after 25 years of marriage is stunning, but not wholly unexpected given their tumultuous past. Kirk has been avoiding responsibility for far too long, and now he is facing the repercussions. Things are about to get even messier. Has been accused of cheating on multiple occasions, including fathering a kid outside of their marriage, which was a significant plot point on the program. Rasheeda has been known to support him through all of the drama and public scrutiny, but it appears that she may have finally reached her fans of Breaking Point, who have followed their journey, may have anticipated this since the strain on their relationship has been apparent for a while. Rumors have it that, following a turbulent 25-year marriage, Atlanta-based hip-hop artist Rasheeda has finally chosen to file for divorce from her husband, Kirk Frost. Having put up with Kirk's unfaithful actions for a long time, Rasheeda is allegedly tired of his infidelity and dishonesty, which had harmed their marriage for years. Kirk's infidelity has made headlines on multiple occasions, most notably when he cheated on Rasheeda on screen while on a romantic and hip-hop vacation. When Rasheeda became pregnant during season 2 of Love and Hip Hop, Kirk's denial of paternity became one of the most notorious moments in the show. It was a turning point in their plot that caused major conflict in their marriage and a stormy 25-year relationship that seemed to be love and hope. According to rumors, Atlanta star Rasheeda has finally had enough and is prepared to file for divorce from her spouse, Kirk Frost. Rasheeda, who has endured Kirk's never-ending string of infidelity for a long time, is over his infidelity and dishonesty, which have been a recurring theme in their marriage. In season 2, when Rasheeda was pregnant, Kirk's blatant dishonesty about paternity was a major drama bomb that rocked their relationship to its core. In season 3, Kirk took a DNA test to prove paternity, which only made matters worse and left Rashida reeling. This was one of the most notorious moments in Kirk's shady behavior, and his on-screen betrayal during a getaway on Love became legendary for its drama. Despite years of highly public highs and lows, there were dramatic altercations with Rashida's mother, Charlene, whom, as Rashida approaches her 24th wedding anniversary, she is dealing with the fallout in the public eye. Rumors of the divorce are circulating, suggesting that she may finally be reaching her breaking point. Their marriage, which has lasted for more than 20 years, has been a roller coaster of scandals, and many fans believe Rashida deserves some well-earned peace and joy after all the drama Kirk has caused. If these divorce rumors are accurate, it would mark the end of one of the longest and most turbulent relationships in the Love and hip-hop franchise.